After 65, your risk of a heart attack doesn't just rise, it doubles. And here's the scary part. 99% of seniors don't even know it. In fact, 1 in 5 heart attacks strike with 0 warning signs. But new research is sounding the alarm. Just 8 simple daily habits can cut your risk by as much as 91%. In this video, we'll reveal all 8 habits, ranked by impact, starting from the least important to the one that could save your life. These habits aren't trendy diets or exhausting workouts. They're scientifically proven changes you can make starting today at home, with little effort and massive results. What's even more shocking is habit number 1. It's the most ignored, yet a massive Harvard study found it could extend your life by up to 12 more years, yet almost nobody's doing it. It's simple, powerful, and free, and we'll reveal it at the end. But first, before we dive in, let me know in the comments from where you're watching us. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Habit number 8. Eat breakfast and eat it early. You've heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But for seniors, skipping it can quietly set off a dangerous chain reaction that increases heart attack risk over time. A major 2021 study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology tracked over 6,500 adults for nearly 20 years. It found that people who skipped breakfast were 87% more likely to die of heart-related issues. That's not just a small bump. It's almost double. Why? Because skipping breakfast messes with your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm. The 24-hour cycle that governs everything from digestion to blood pressure relies on morning food as a signal. When you skip it, your cortisol levels stay elevated. Cortisol is your body's stress hormone, and when it's high for too long, it damages blood vessels, stiffens arteries, and spikes blood sugar levels. All of these increase the load on your heart. Now add age to the equation. Seniors already have slower metabolisms and more sensitive blood vessels. Skipping breakfast causes a longer fast, which raises blood pressure and triggers a delayed insulin response. That means your blood sugar stays high, damaging your arteries in the process. A Japanese study of over 90,000 people found that late or skipped breakfast was linked to a 59% increase in fatal cardiovascular disease. The fix: eat within an hour of waking. Even something small, like oatmeal with a handful of berries or a boiled egg with a slice of whole grain toast, can be enough. If your stomach feels off in the morning, sip on warm herbal tea with a spoon of honey to ease into it. What matters is that your body gets the signal that it's time to shift into its active healing mode. Timing matters too. Aim to eat breakfast before 8:30 a.m. according to a 2020 study in the journal Nutrition. Early breakfast eaters had significantly better insulin sensitivity and lower inflammation markers than those who ate after 9 a.m. Your heart thrives when you treat it to a steady, reliable routine. And that starts with a calm, nourishing breakfast right when the day begins. Habit number 7. Sleep 7 to 8 hours every night without disruption. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. And when you're over 65, every hour of quality sleep can mean the difference between a healthy heart and a sudden emergency. The problem is that nearly 48% of seniors don't get uninterrupted sleep. Whether it's frequent waking, bathroom trips, or tossing and turning, that broken sleep silently damages the heart. A 2022 study in the journal Circulation found that poor sleep quality increased the risk of heart attack by 52% in older adults, even when total sleep time seemed enough. That's because your heart heals during deep sleep, specifically during slow-wave sleep, what scientists call stage 3. Your blood pressure drops, your heartbeat slows, and your blood vessels relax. This gives your cardiovascular system a much-needed break. But every time you wake up, even briefly, your body kicks out of this healing mode. That elevates your nighttime cortisol levels and causes something dangerous called blood pressure dipping failure. Instead of resting, your heart stays slightly elevated all night. Over time, this damages arteries and weakens the heart muscle. Seniors are more vulnerable because melatonin levels naturally decrease with age. Melatonin is the hormone that tells your body it's time to wind down. Without enough of it, your sleep gets lighter, more fragmented, and shorter. But here's what you can do to restore your body's natural rhythm. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. That anchors your circadian rhythm. Avoid screens for an hour before bed since blue light blocks melatonin production. Instead, dim the lights and do a calming ritual like reading or deep breathing. Avoid eating large meals at night too. Digestion keeps your body in an alert state. If you're hungry late, go for something like warm almond milk or a banana. Both naturally boost melatonin and magnesium, two nutrients that help you fall asleep faster. A 2019 study in Frontiers in Nutrition showed that magnesium supplements improve sleep time and quality in adults over 60 by 44%. If sleep still feels impossible, ask your doctor about a low-dose melatonin supplement, around 0.3 to 1 milligrams, not more. Too much melatonin can backfire. Sleep is sacred. It's not lazy, it's life-saving. Get 7 to 8 hours, guard it fiercely, and your heart will thank you every single night. Habit number 6. Keep your mouth clean every day. It sounds unrelated at first, but poor oral hygiene has a direct and deadly link to heart health, especially after 65. The connection. Inflammation. When you skip brushing or flossing, bacteria in your mouth don't just stay there. They seep into your bloodstream through tiny cuts in your gums, causing something called systemic inflammation. And that inflammation goes straight to your arteries. A landmark study published in BMJ Open followed more than 11,000 adults for over 8 years. The results were shocking. Seniors with poor dental hygiene had a 70% higher risk of heart attack, and it wasn't about cavities. It was about gum disease, also known as periodontitis. This chronic infection keeps your immune system on high alert, which damages your arteries, raises blood pressure, and accelerates plaque buildup in the heart's blood vessels. When these vessels clog, that's when a heart attack strikes. The inflammation also thickens your blood, making clots more likely. One 2021 Korean study found that brushing your teeth at least 3 times a day lowered cardiovascular risk by 10% to 12%, even after adjusting for diet, exercise, and age. The good news: fixing this doesn't require anything expensive or complicated. Brush your teeth for 2 full minutes, twice a day, using a soft bristled brush and fluoride toothpaste. Don't forget the gums. Gently brush along the gum line to remove plaque. If flossing is difficult, use water flossers or soft interdental brushes. Many seniors skip this because of arthritis or hand pain, but modern tools make it easier than ever. Also, get a dental cleaning at least once every 6 months. If it's been longer, make an appointment now. And if your gums bleed often, don't ignore it. That's usually the first sign of hidden infection. Rinse daily with an alcohol-free antiseptic mouthwash. It can reduce bacteria levels by over 60% and help your immune system calm down. You don't need perfect teeth, but you do need a clean mouth. Your gums are directly connected to your arteries, and a little brushing could mean a much stronger heart. Habit number 5. Stand up and move every hour. Sitting too long is the new smoking. That's not just a catchy phrase. It's based on real science. For seniors, prolonged sitting can become a silent killer. A 2020 study published in JAMA Cardiology found that adults over 65 who sat for more than 10 hours a day had a 34% higher risk of fatal cardiovascular disease, even if they exercised later. That's the trap. People think a short walk in the morning makes up for sitting the rest of the day. It doesn't. Here's why. When you sit for long stretches, your muscles go inactive. That slows down your circulation, which allows fats and cholesterol to settle in your arteries. Your blood becomes thicker, and your insulin response weakens. Within just 1 hour of sitting, the enzymes that break down fat in your bloodstream drop by 90%. That means more fat floating in your blood and more inflammation throughout your body. The longer you sit, the more damage gets done. Seniors are especially at risk because blood flow slows with age. Combine that with less muscle mass, and you've got a recipe for stiff arteries, high blood pressure, and sudden clots. The solution? You don't need a gym membership. You just need to stand and move every hour. Set a reminder. Get up. Stretch your arms. Walk to the kitchen and back. March in place. Do a few gentle leg lifts holding the back of a chair. It doesn't have to be intense. It just has to break the sitting cycle. The best way to keep moving is to link it to something you already do. For example, stand up every time a commercial comes on, or during every phone call. If you watch YouTube, hit pause and take a 1-minute lap around the room after every video. A 2019 study in American Journal of Epidemiology showed that seniors who replaced just 30 minutes of sitting with light activity every day reduced their risk of heart disease by 24%. If you can, invest in a pedometer or use the step counter on your phone. Tracking steps gives you a daily goal. Aim for at least 4,000 steps a day, which research from Harvard Health found cuts cardiovascular death risk by 45% in seniors. The message is clear. You don't have to run marathons, but you do have to stop sitting still for hours at a time. Because movement, no matter how small, keeps your heart alive. Habit number 4. Stay connected to people you care about. Loneliness can break your heart, literally. A 2023 study published in Nature Human Behavior revealed that social isolation increases heart disease risk by 33% in seniors and raises the chance of dying from a heart attack by 45%. And it's not because lonely people eat worse or move less. It's because loneliness triggers the same biological pathways as chronic stress. It raises your cortisol, stiffens your arteries, and increases blood pressure, all without you realizing it. When you feel isolated, your brain perceives it as danger, and your body goes into fight or flight mode. That response is useful in emergencies, but when it lasts for weeks, months, or even years, it causes invisible wear and tear on your heart. Over time, this creates what's known as allostatic load, a buildup of stress hormones that weakens your cardiovascular system from the inside out. Staying socially connected does the opposite. It lowers stress hormones, boosts mood-boosting chemicals like oxytocin, and reduces inflammation. The massive meta-analysis of over 300,000 people published in PLOS Medicine found that strong social relationships increase the odds of survival by 50%. That's a greater benefit than quitting smoking. The challenge for many seniors is that friends move, loved ones pass away, or mobility makes visits harder. But connection isn't about quantity, it's about quality. Even a 10-minute phone call to a grandchild or an old friend can shift your entire physiology. So can joining a weekly activity, like a walking group, book club, or community class. The key is consistency. Your heart responds to positive connection like medicine. If in-person isn't possible, go virtual. Video calls still activate the brain's bonding circuits. And if you're shy or out of practice, start small. A simple greeting to a neighbor, a chat with your pharmacist, or a smile to someone at the grocery store. Those small sparks of connection send powerful messages to your body. You're safe, you're seen, you're supported, and your heart, it stays stronger for longer. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Habit number 3. Cut back on added sugar, especially in drinks. Sugar doesn't just cause weight gain, it hardens your arteries, and that makes it a direct threat to your heart, especially after 65. Most seniors think they don't eat too much sugar, but here's the truth. It hides in nearly everything. From your morning cereal to your salad dressing to your healthy granola bars. And the worst source, sugary drinks. A 2021 study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that people over 60 who drank one or more sugar-sweetened beverages per day had a 27% higher risk of dying from heart disease. That's because added sugar inflames your blood vessels. It damages the inner lining of your arteries, the endothelium, which controls how flexible and open your blood flow stays. When that lining gets damaged, cholesterol builds up faster, and your arteries become stiff. That raises your blood pressure and makes it easier for clots to form. Over time, this is how heart attacks happen, not suddenly, but slowly, meal by meal. When you're older, your body can't clear sugar from the bloodstream as easily. Insulin resistance goes up. That means more sugar stays in the blood, feeding inflammation and damaging tissue. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 24 grams of added sugar per day for women and 36 grams for men. But the average senior gets nearly double that, often without realizing it. So what can you do? Start with drinks. Ditch the soda, flavored waters, fruit juices, and sweetened teas. These are some of the worst offenders. Even one 12-ounce can of cola has around 39 grams of sugar, already over your daily limit. Replace them with plain water, sparkling water with lemon, or herbal teas. If you need sweetness, try a few drops of stevia or monk fruit, both natural and don't raise your blood sugar. Next, read your labels. Anything that ends in "ose" is usually sugar. Glucose, sucrose, fructose, dextrose. Look at cereals, yogurts, sauces, and snack bars. Choose versions with 5 grams of added sugar or less per serving. One powerful tip: focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains. These naturally have fiber and nutrients that slow sugar absorption. A 2020 study in nutrients found that seniors who cut their added sugar intake by half over 6 months reduced their LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, by 18% and their blood pressure by 9%. That's a massive drop without medication. Cutting sugar is one of the fastest ways to protect your arteries, lower your heart attack risk, and feel more energy in just weeks. Habit number 2. Take a daily walk outside, rain or shine. Walking is often seen as too simple to matter, but for seniors, it's one of the most powerful heart-healing tools available if it's done consistently. Not just once or twice a week, but daily. And the key is not just the walk itself. It's the outside part. A massive 2022 study from European Journal of Preventive Cardiology tracked over 20,000 adults aged 60 and older. Those who walked outdoors at least 30 minutes a day had a 44% lower risk of heart attack compared to those who stayed mostly indoors. That's nearly cutting your risk in half, without a gym, pills, or equipment. Why does walking work so well? It gets your heart pumping just enough to open your blood vessels, reduce blood pressure, and improve circulation. For seniors, walking helps your muscles pull glucose out of your bloodstream, lowering blood sugar naturally. And when done outside, there's another effect: vitamin D. Just 15 to 30 minutes of morning sun can boost your vitamin D levels, which improves heart muscle function and lowers inflammation. Seniors with low vitamin D are twice as likely to develop heart disease, according to research from Harvard Medical School. Walking outside also improves heart rate variability, your heart's ability to respond to stress. Better variability means better cardiovascular health and resilience. The rhythm of walking also reduces cortisol levels, especially in green or natural environments. That means every step outdoors becomes a message to your body that you're safe, relaxed, and in motion. That's powerful medicine. To get the most benefit, try to walk first thing in the morning, when the air is freshest and your body is most sensitive to movement. If mobility is a concern, start with 5 minutes and build up slowly. Use a cane or walker if needed. Bring a friend or pet if you can. It adds emotional connection to physical health. If weather is bad, walk inside near a window or use a light therapy lamp to simulate sunlight. But the goal is movement plus daylight. And here's what the science says: just 30 minutes of outdoor walking 5 times a week reduces heart disease mortality by 43%. That's nearly half. You don't need to run. You don't need fancy shoes. You just need to walk. Every day, rain or shine. And let nature reset your heart. Habit number 1. Practice daily stress relief, even for just 10 minutes. This is the habit that almost no one talks about, but it might be the one that saves your life. Stress isn't just emotional, it's physical. It puts pressure on your heart, your blood vessels, and your immune system. And when you're over 65, your body becomes more sensitive to its effects. Chronic stress triggers the constant release of cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals were designed to help you escape danger, but when they're always present, they wear out your heart faster than anything else. The numbers are terrifying. A groundbreaking 2021 study published in JAMA Network Open tracked over 118,000 older adults. It found that high psychological stress increased heart attack risk by 81%. That's more than high blood pressure or smoking. And here's what's even more alarming. Over 70% of seniors in that study didn't realize they were under chronic stress. It had become so normal. They didn't feel it anymore. The damage starts subtly. Your blood pressure stays slightly high, your arteries stay slightly constricted, and your blood thickens, making clots more likely. Over time, this becomes a perfect storm for a heart attack. The fix: daily stress relief. But not just relaxing in front of the TV. You need focused, intentional calming activities that shift your nervous system from fight or flight into rest and digest. One of the most effective techniques is controlled breathing. Just 5 slow breaths per minute for 10 minutes can reduce systolic blood pressure by 10 to 15 points. That's as powerful as many medications. Try the 4-4-6 method. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Do it twice a day. It costs nothing, but the benefits are massive. You can also practice mindfulness or meditation. A 2017 study from American Heart Association found that seniors who meditated regularly had a 48% reduction in heart attack risk after just 3 months. If meditation feels difficult, start with guided audio or soothing music. Even light gardening, knitting, or coloring can activate the brain's calm centers. What matters most is that you're present, intentional, and unplugged. If you prefer movement, gentle Tai Chi or slow yoga is excellent. It adds physical motion with deep breathing and lowers cortisol fast. But the simplest approach? Sit somewhere quiet. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Let your mind settle. 10 minutes a day is all it takes to begin reversing years of internal tension. Think of stress like invisible pressure building inside a pipe. If you never release it, one day it bursts. But if you let it out a little each day, the system stays strong, flexible, and safe. That's what this habit does. And for seniors, it's not optional. It's critical. This is how you give your heart a break and a second chance to beat strong for years to come. Your heart isn't just muscle. It's memory, it's energy, it's everything. And after 65, it becomes vulnerable, fast. But now you know the truth. You don't need extreme diets or hours in the gym. Just 8 simple habits, backed by science, proven to work. And the sooner you start, the more years you add. So which habit hit you hardest today? Tell me in the comments below. I read everyone. And if you want to keep your heart strong, your mind sharp, and your body moving well into your 70s, 80s, even 90s, subscribe right now. This isn't just a video. It could be your turning point. If you have any questions or want to share your own experiences, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.